My children now.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
You lied and I died!
I'm feeling rosy, yeah. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
How's it hanging, Phil?
From the prime time, bitch.
Come and get it!
So either put the gun down now, or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk horror. So, today we are super excited because not only do we have a returning guest that is a very good friend of ours, we have for the very first time joining us the amazing T.Parker Evans. T.Parker, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, we're excited.
We are so excited to have you here, man. This is such an honor for us to finally bring you on for the first time. And as always, the absolutely amazing Cody Leach. Cody, how you doing?
I am exhausted, but I'm ready to talk some Ghostface.
Yeah.
Yes.
We tried to take a nap, but that didn't
we
work out.
tried to take a nap, but apparently
Kids weren't into the napping.
That's just not something that
Kids are never into napping. My
I know.
wife is able to nap whenever she wants. Whenever I'm in a nap, that's what everybody's like,
Yeah.
slam cabinets, run around, break shit.
That's me. You can sleep through anything.
I swear to God, we got this dresser right here. Kenley will just get up on here and swanton bomb right off of here onto me every time we try to nap. So for those of you that did make your Ghostface list, we do want to say we all did include Jason and Greg from the opening of Scream 6. So I'm very excited about this list. Real quick, I see Raymond's here.
Hey,
Rod
Ray.
is here. What's up, buddy?
Hello, Big Ron.
J-Dev is here. Good evening, my friend.
Hey, J-Dev.
I heard about this, right? Stay safe out there. Thunderstorms, tornado warnings earlier, had 3-inch hail. Man, stay safe out there. That shit is scary. Tornadoes scare the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Gory Tiger?
Hey, Gory.
Happy early birthday, Anthony. I can't believe T.Parker is real more than just a mod. Yes. T.Parker is here, and we've been trying to make this happen for so long. We've been trying to think of the perfect panel to have T.Parker on, and this was just it. We were like, you know what? This is the one we're going to do. Thank you, Charles. I think Charles just likes to get this stuck in everybody's head every week.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Appreciate you, Charles. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Charles.
I hope you enjoyed it, Nicholas.
Nice.
Get ready for the song. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you saw Maxine. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know these guys on the panel enjoyed it as well.
I haven't had a chance to watch your guys' review. You weren't fans?
Oh, us?
Yeah. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Okay, cool. The way you said it was like, I know these guys are fans, and I was like, what does that mean?
I just didn't like. I can't tell you guys on
don't-
live because there's people that haven't seen it. But when we're done here, I'll reveal what I didn't like about it. But like I said, I didn't like something about it, and it still gave it a 4. I still gave it a 4 out of 5.
Right.
Like that's how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Top 10 most. Oh man, yeah. Anything you can watch there. I hope you watched his 15 horror openings because that video was fun to watch.
If you're a Halloween fan, I'm sorry. I need to fucking put that as a disclaimer at the beginning of every video.
When I saw your tweet, I literally busted up. It's so true. Like, oh, you didn't put this on here because it's Halloween. Shut the fuck up, man.
Well, it's one thing to be like, kind of weird it's not on there. It seems obvious. It's like, well, yeah, for most people it is. But the other part of it that was frustrating me is it's like, he always finds a way to like attack us. And I'm like, because I didn't mention it, that's like, it's not always a this. It's just sometimes it's not my favorite.
It's just, and that's what people don't get. Like a lot of stuff, especially when Ash and I do like a top 10. I can't speak for you, Cody, but when we do a top 10, we're not doing the best. We're doing our favorites.
Yes.
You know, like
absolutely.
When it comes to my personal favorite movies, I know this is not going to be you're not going to be a fan of this, Cody, but I don't put The Thing on my top 10 personal favorite movies because it's not on there. If I was talking about the best horror movies of all time, it'd probably be number one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
the other side of it too, which I know you guys probably agree with me too, like sometimes you get sick of talking about the same handful of movies. Like even if the same handful of movies applies, it's like I want to talk about something else. I want to say a movie that somebody's never seen before. Who the fuck hasn't seen Halloween?
it's true.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt? I'll be watching you
Matt.
and Cody tomorrow.
Nice.
Hey.
What's up, John?
Hey, John.
Yeah, I'm excited for some sleepaway camp tomorrow night. Especially, oh yeah, I'm sorry, dude. That's absolutely terrifying. What's up, Tay Tay?
Hey, Tay Tay.
Hey, Tay Tay.
Hey.
Good job, Dr. Seuss.
I can rhyme.
Whoa, not Halloween. I'm out.
Come on now.
Stupid.
Halloween slander.
All right, so guys, we are, like I said, we're going to be ranking all our Ghostface teams. We figured it'd be more fun. I figured it'd be more fun to do it this way because there are some times where you think one Ghostface is great, but they're paired up with someone else where you're like, and that kind of brings them down. So I thought it'd be more fun to rank them as a team. So I'll start off, and I'm just going to say my number 7 is Wayne, Ethan, and Quinn from Scream 6. I've already seen this team essentially in Scream 2. I don't know. This fucking movie, man. I really did like this movie until the third act. Like the third act of this movie, once we got to the theater, I was like, I felt like there's something very familiar about this, you know, like, and it was such a bummer for me, the downfall that movie took in the third act. And there's nothing about these three that stands out. And then the more you think about this movie, the more pissed off you get. Like, you know, Kirby's an FBI agent. She couldn't deduce who Wayne was. You know, she couldn't figure out that was Richie's dad, you know, like, and there's just so much about this movie that really starts to fall apart when you dig too deep into it.
You just can't think about it, Ken.
Right. I
you
guess.
Just gotta watch a movie, not
but
think
still,
about
even
it.
like
spoken
Ethan.
like a true slasher fan.
Don't think
nice blood, good.
This fucking guy, man, like no one would be scared of this kid.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, for me, Wayne, Ethan, Quinn, Scream 6, that's my number 7.
Okay. That's my number 7 as well. And I think it's because it was spoiled for me. When I go to watch a Scream movie, I obviously don't want it to be spoiled. My favorite thing about a Scream movie is trying to figure out who is the killer. And when it was ruined, it like ruined this experience for me. And so I think that, and like you said, it was already done before.
I forgot to mention that. Somebody sent us like 2 days before the release of the film. Someone sent us the scene of them taking their masks off, and so we were like, I didn't think it was real. I was like, "Well, is this serious?"
Until we seen all of these,
and then we seen the characters, and I was like, "What the? I know who the killer is." So it did kind of ruin the experience.
It did. Too. It wasn't the same, and I don't know. That was horrible. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess for us, those are our least favorites.
What's his name's Ethan?
I thought it was.
Okay.
That's what I have written down. So either we're all wrong or.
Yeah, I had Ethan.
Yeah.
So, what about you, T.Parker?
I don't know what I thought his name was.
All right. So my number 7 is also the Bailey family. Very unoriginal. By far the worst killers and the dumbest killers in the franchise. I mean, their main targets, the core 4, Gail, they didn't die. They only killed innocent people. People who had nothing to do with Richie's death, for one. And also, when Quinn tried to kill Mindy, Ethan saved her.
Yeah.
That just ruins it for me. And also, the logic behind it, like you said, no one, FBI agent Kirby Reed's, Gail, who wrote the book from the 5th movie, she didn't know about Richie's family.
Right.
And another thing that pissed me off about the killers is that have you noticed that whenever they found a new mask, they trace their DNA back to each killer from each movie?
Mhm.
Well, all three of them wore the Billy mask. Quinn wore the Stu mask, and Ethan wore the Nancy mask.
Mhm.
So their DNA is still traced to those masks. So if they were to get away with it with killing the main characters, they won't be out in the clear still.
See, again, this is a movie that if you think too much about it, you're going to completely
Mhm.
butcher everything about the film. Miss Ashley, don't worry, there's they're
And
killing
don't get me
everybody.
started
Just
on
kill,
Quinn's
kill,
fake
kill,
out kill. And Bailey
Doesn't have to
charging
make
at
sense.
Sam with his gun.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's too much bad writing for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I honestly I could not agree more. So who's your last place, Cody?
Yeah, we're just gonna be all in unison here. So I'm gonna be kind of repeating what you guys said, but yeah, Detective Bailey, Quinn, and Ethan. Like I'm with you, Ken. Like the first 3/4 of this movie, I was like, this is easily my favorite Scream sequel. This is fucking awesome. And from the moment the masks come off, it goes off a cliff.
Yeah,
And it only got worse on rewatch. So I hate the performances of Detective Bailey and Ethan mostly. Quinn is somewhat, tolerable in the third act where she's got a little bit of an evil streak to her, but like Bailey's like in a fucking cartoon in that last 10 minutes. Ethan, same thing. I didn't like that same actor's performance in Avatar 2 either, so I just don't think I'm a fan of what he does. But yeah, so on a performance level, I didn't like any of the characters. They're the most incompetent fucking Ghostfaces by a landslide, by a country mile, for everything that T.Parker just said. It's like, you didn't kill anybody.
Right.
and that was the big thing that sucked, because I thought Ghostface in general was like the most furious in this movie and was like the most mean, and
yes,
you got nothing done. Like, you turned this dude into a pincushion. He still walked away. You suck.
And there was 3 of you.
right.
Yeah, so you have that. I mean, and there's all different things throughout the movies that are just they're plot holes, but they also just make the Ghostfaces look stupid. Like even the one where you have the psychologist that Marissa Barrera is talking to throughout the first act of the film, and Ghostface barges in and creates a murder scene to get some documents. It's like, when you realize that he's actually a detective, he could have just asked for the documents.
Right.
You didn't even need to kill him. So like all these little tiny things, it makes me hate those characters. And so it sucks. I can't think of a movie in recent memory that just nosedives so sharply. And for creators that I love in radio silence, but I just want to talk to whoever wrote it and be just like, what happened? Did you pass the script off to somebody else because you got busy and then just shot it? Like it feels like somebody else took over the movie in the last 10 minutes. And so, yeah, I hate all 3 of those characters.
See, and another thing that you talked about how good the movie was for the first 2 acts. This was the first Scream movie that gave me legit anxiety. In that ladder scene, I was like, "This is holy shit! This is actually freaky. Like this is actually making me feel something. Like, please hurry up with this." So, I couldn't agree more. And like I said, once those masks come off, everything after that moment, you're just like,
yeah.
I do want to say, JDev says, I agree there are problems with the third act, but I still love the movie, it's like we said, the first 2 acts, you could have stopped it there. Made it
I
to be
still enjoy
continued.
the movie overall, but it's almost like I want to stop it as soon as Mason Gooding gets killed. It's like, okay, that's where it ends.
Yep, that's it. He dies, and he actually dies, and we'll see more in Scream 7.
Yeah.
Nathan says number 7 is Greg and Jason because we didn't get much of them. Ken mentioned Scream 2 before I did. First time for everything,
I know,
JDev.
right?
Ethan is the weakest Ghostface, which
well, maybe.
Close.
There's another one that I think's a weenie, but
I wonder who that is. Good evening, Bronson. Hope you're doing good as well. Yes, I heard of your story about how you got spoiled by the internet about Scream 5 or 6. I was so pissed. So pissed. I told the dude, too, because he's a friend of mine. I was like, dude, come on. I thought you were fucking around. Don't actually send me that shit.
and we literally went with like a group of friends, and we were the only 2 that knew.
Yeah, we didn't spoil it for them because we're not dicks.
Yeah, but we were talking, and then they're like, "Who is it?" And I was like, "I'm not telling you."
Yeah, we're not telling you.
Yeah.
Watch the movie, damn it. All right, so up to our number 6. Who do you have at number 6, babe?
Number 6 is Jason, Carvey, and Greg are bonus killers. Like I said, we didn't really get much of them. I did like the fresh, like they were unmasked early on. And
It gave me hope. I was like, oh shit, maybe they're fucking
like,
with us.
maybe they're doing something different here. I don't know. And
Yeah.
then you kind of hear their plan, and it was kind of lame, what they were gonna do. And then obviously the real Ghostface kills them. So I did like that they had other Ghostface. I thought that was a fresh take on the beginning, but we didn't get much of them.
I wish we would have got more of them too. At least waited a little, middle of the first act to take them out. Fool us for a little longer. What about you, T.Parker? Who's number 6 for you?
Also, Jason and Greg.
I sense a
The
pattern.
only reason why they're higher is because they actually killed one of their main targets, their professor. So they did something right, for one. And also, it's just the idea I like. So with the motive and to finish Richie's film by killing Sam and Tara, pretty simple, but for me, it further expands the toxic fandom commentary on stalking, hurting real people. And also for me, it could introduce the cult idea where a bunch of Reddit users from the Stab subreddit are trying to like play a game where they can stalk and kill the core 4 like it's a game, a competition, which is something different for the franchise and a satire on TikTok challenges. So for me, it's just more of the idea that intrigues me. And also not Greg, but Jason, he actually killed his targets. So
yeah.
And trust me, we'll be talking more about them here in a little bit.
I really enjoyed that opening where
I thought the opening was great.
Yeah.
Subverting that expectation. I thought that was really good.
I just wish it just expands on that.
Yes, me too.
My number 6 is the same. It's also Jason and Greg, which is that shows you how much I dislike the people at number 7 that we got these characters for this long, and I prefer them. I wish I could see a version of 6 where they had the balls to just show you the killers in the opening scene, just to completely flip the script on what a Scream movie is, and I want to see that version of Scream 6. But for all the same reasons that you guys did, I thought it was a nice little surprise to show a different set of Ghostface killers at the beginning. Didn't mind their motivation. I like the actor who was playing the one that we actually got to spend time with.
Yeah.
And he tore up his teacher pretty damn good. And so I liked what they were doing with that. It was just short-lived.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just keep the train rolling here because the same. But and I just love how he's like, man, you teach this class and I'm still able to lure you into a dark alley to do this to you.
Right.
And that subversion of expectations I thought was just so well done. And I even like the part, what about the movie? Fuck the movies. That even made their part even better for me. Like the way that they were able to deliver a one-liner to them was even better than anything they did throughout the rest of the movie. So I would have definitely liked to see those two get more time in the film.
Oh, I was like, the dead.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'm saying it would have been nice to have them get more time, but it was fun enough. Like Cody said, they were in the movie for 8 minutes, and they made it up higher than the main one. So I did see my favorite Ghostface team as Shaggy and some guy, Billy and Stu. I say Bailey was a pretty brutal Ghostface. Greg doesn't really count to me. I get it, but he was part of the team, so we got to have him on there.
Him in his head.
Jill is a great Ghostface. What's up, Dice?
Hey, Dice.
Saw the movie in theaters. I was genuinely loving it. Still enjoyed the third act during the movie, but I was thinking about it. Definitely makes yeah, exactly. Ashton's here. What's up, Ashton?
Hey, Ashton.
So now we're up to number 5, and that'll be T.Parker starting us off.
All right. So number 5, Richie and Amber. I'm going to give them credit where credit's due. They killed Judy. And also Judy. And pretty much I love their motive. It's more about the toxic fandom. And we're pretty much going through that right now with Scream Twitter right now. And also I would say for the most part, they were lucky. They had a good amount of dumb luck. Like, how will Richie and Amber know about the amount of damage they would have to do on Tara to keep her alive, to bring back Sam, to hoping she would bring back Dewey into the mix, hoping to kill Dewey? Like, that's just a lot of hoping, not actual planning. And also, I'm not sure it's bad writing or a dumb part on their parts with the killers, but do you remember when at the Dewey's death, we see Gail coming out of her car, rushing. You can see Sam and Richie in the background talking to police, giving their statements. Well, if you think about it, they're talking about how Dewey died, but the whole point of their ploy, the plan was to frame Sam as a killer. So if that was that,
Yeah.
think about it. Who was the other killer, not Sam?
See, and that's the thing. Like, these movies, especially the later ones, the more you put thought into it, the more you're like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
Gotta stop that thinking.
Yeah, wait a minute.
And for me, and to fix that, you can just have not kill Vince, Stu's nephew, and have him be the framed second killer or something.
Yeah, because it would have been nice to have him in the movie a little longer too. We all like a little Kyle Gallner, so
yeah,
it was brutal to have him go out as quick as he did. No, I agree to an extent, but not too much to an extent. T.Parker, what about you, Cody? Who's your number 5?
So number 4 and 5 are the ones that I kind of swap back and forth quite a bit, and I actually just switched it 30 seconds ago because I second guessed myself again. My number 5 as of right now is Roman Bridger. Really, the only thing that I could say to give him credit is that he's the only one that did it by himself. Right. Which makes him somewhat of a badass among the group. He's the only one that didn't require a team. He did it all. But beyond that, I don't find him to be that remarkable of a character. I don't find the reveal to be interesting because it's not really, I mean, aside from all of the Sydney's mom ghost shit that they put throughout the movie, it's not really like set up. It's a total like, oh, yeah, this secret brother. Which it's just, that's never a good twist. I can't think of one example where it is. And all the characters that he kills, a bunch of dumb Hollywood people. Okay, that no wonder you were able to do it by yourself. And so I like Roman just fine. I like Scream 3 just fine. I think 3 and 6 are easily the weakest of the franchise while still being totally watchable. But yeah, despite him doing it by himself, I just don't find anything else to really say about him.
Right. See, and we're going to stay on the same train here again because I agree. I have Roman at number 5. And the reason I think mine is because I'm with you. I give him credit for being able to do it all on his own. Having the ending finally have just the one killer, I think is really good. But again, the people that he killed and the way there wasn't anything. And we know what happened with the MPAA and all that shit and all the stuff going around with Columbine, but this is still the movie we got. So I got to base it off the movie we got, not off the movie that we wanted. And the killer that we got was pretty tame in comparison to the others. And so Roman, and again, I'm with you. I really like Scream 3. I think that it's not my least favorite.
No, it's not my least favorite.
So
my second least favorite.
Yeah, my second least favorite as well. But yeah, I think the movie's just fine. I think that it's I know everybody hates it because of that voice changer and whatnot, all that, but I have fun when I watch that movie. And I wish that Roman could have gotten a better arc in the movie of being the killer. Not Roman. I wish Ghostface in this movie would have had a better arc and had better kills. So for me, I'm going to go with Roman at number 5.
My number 5 is Richie and Amber as well. I don't know. I guess I didn't really care for the reasoning all that much. Like the toxic fandom, I thought was kind of goofy. And I did call at least Richie pretty early on. So
yeah,
that was kind of a bummer.
First scene that he showed up.
Yeah, I was like, it's him. I know it's him. It's always him. And then, but Amber, I kind of put the pieces together, but not right away. I did, however, like her kill, how like she's burning up, and then how Richie got stabbed like 5,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That,
yeah.
Very, very well.
With the Scream 5 and 6 killers, they got the best deaths in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. To be fair, Roman had the assistance of futuristic technology, the voice changer. Amber and Richie ranked 4th for me because they got to kill 2 legacy killers. Number 5, Mrs. Loomis and Mickey. And they killed Randy. Fuck 'em. My number 5 is Bailey and Quinn. What was this? The only thing I hate about the Roman reveal is they slightly retcon the movies. Yeah, and I agree. I agree with that. Retcon the motives of them.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that did the third act in Scream 6 make it take the worst? No, not for me.
Mm-mm.
I still think that actually I think 3 is like my third. For me, it goes 4, 6, 3.
Why do you hate 4 so
I just
much?
don't like that movie. I don't know. There's just something about that movie. It just, I don't like the movie.
You don't like it at all?
I wouldn't say I don't like it. If your worst movie you've created in your franchise, in my opinion, is Scream 4,
I think
goddamn. Like, goddamn, you're awesome. You've done it right. But I know, T.Parker. I know. Okay. Damn. All right, so we're up to our number 4, and that'll be you starting us off, Cody.
My number 4 is Richie and Amber. Gonna be repeating a lot of the same points.
Yeah.
Richie, I actually really like. Even though he's kind of pathetic in his own way, that's what I like about him. Like he thinks that he's more badass than he actually is, and that gives Melissa Barrera the chance to show him what a fucking badass really is. And I just like that. I like that dynamic. Amber, while she certainly seems to be the more effective one of the two, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one that puts the knife in Dewey. You just don't really get much time with her. Like you don't really get to spend too much time with her throughout the movie when you don't know she's Ghostface, and after she is, it's kind of just her having her quick little back and forth with Sydney and Gail. So I'm not really too fond of Amber, and that's what kind of drops the average here. And then like Ashley said, I pegged Richie immediately. I don't know exactly which line of dialogue it is. I'd have to rewatch 5, but as soon as he was like, "Oh, I've never heard of the Woodsboro stuff," I was like, "Bullshit, he's the killer." As soon as he said it, and then like the rest of the movie, he's like on fucking Netflix watching them all. And I'm like, "Oh, so you've never heard of the Stab movies either?" Like it was try hard to me. Where I'm like, "Come on now." There's fucking red herrings, and then there's just the other thing. But yeah, so I like them. I think everything from here up are characters that I enjoy. Just Amber and the obvious nature of the killer reveal kind of drops it a bit.
All right. Well, number 4 for me, we're going with Scream 4, Charlie and Jill.
Really?
And this is all because of Charlie. I can't stand him.
He is a weenie.
I cannot
He's such a weenie.
Stand Charlie. Like, I don't know. Like, and it's not even the actor, the Culkin kid.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's fine. Great. Yeah. I think he's fine.
He's
like
just
he
a
does
fucking
good.
crybaby.
But yeah, I'm just like, God damn. Like every time this kid talks, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like,
after the reveal or the whole movie?
I didn't like him the whole movie.
Okay.
There was just something about him. He reminded, honestly, I'm not going to say the name, but he reminds me of somebody I went to high school with that I just did not get
always
along
does
with.
it for you.
Like every time I seen him, I was just like, you motherfucker. But I don't know. Like even Jill, like I kind of had a feeling pretty early on that she was going to be our person when they were talking about how she was Sydney's relative, and I was like, that's actually kind of genius. You know, the jealousy aspect of it. I don't mind that. I think that's, you know, that seems realistic to me in the world that we live in now, that you would have let's just talk about 2024, a TikTok influencer that would be like, I could have said Hawk to us, spit on that thing and gotten as popular as she did, you know? So I could see that real jealousy part coming out and doing something so fucking stupid to get the attention to you. I could totally see that happening. So yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I do want to add real quick before we move on, since we're halfway through the list. If you haven't, please follow T.Parker, follow Cody. Their links are down in the description. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Ashley and I are now 43 subscribers away from 8,000. Yeah, we're not counting or anything. We don't constantly hit, scroll down to refresh this app or anything. But
I don't.
We're 43 subscribers away.
Once you hit 8,000, that shit'll stop because you see how long the gap is till 100. You just get exhausted with it.
Did you say 10,000 it stops?
Yeah.
I figured. That's what I told her. I was like, I'll stop doing this at 10,000. She was like, you said that at 7,000 and 6,000.
You said that at 500.
Like, I don't know. It's like, that's my addiction now, is doing that. So
I guess there could be worse addictions.
Right. So if you haven't, please follow. I have all their links in the description. So follow them on social media, subscribe to YouTube, and make sure you're subscribing here and following us on social media as well. And if you're going to be in the Kentucky-Cincinnati region this weekend, Ash and I will be guests at GhoulieCon. We actually just finished the editing on a new clip from our upcoming short film, Psychasthenia. So you'll be able to get a preview of that. And I'll be dropping a bomb about the upcoming Disney-esque movie I will be a part of. Very excited for that. It's a very kid-friendly movie from a studio that's worked with Disney. It is going to be a streaming film. It'll be hitting all your streaming platforms at middle of next year. And I'm going to be going into detail about that at GhoulieCon as well. So hopefully we'll see you guys there, be able to drop all these bombs to you. So, but for now, let's nobody else did their number 4 but me, right?
Me too.
Yeah.
I did number 4.
Okay, so we need to have you do yours now.
Yes.
And then me.
Yep, yeah, you and T.Parker.
Oh, okay. My number 4 is Roman. Like everybody has already said, it's pretty cool that he was the only killer. Everybody else always has a partner. But just like how he was the mastermind behind Billy and Stu and like that, I felt like that was pretty far-fetched. And like Sydney had no idea that she had this long lost brother and that her mom wanted nothing to do with. I don't know. I just thought his reasoning sucked. But yeah.
He was a jealous big brother.
Yeah, he was just like, well, your mom doesn't like me, so I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you because your mom didn't like me.
We didn't even we didn't bring this up. So how do you guys feel about the whole reveal that the killers of the first 2 movies are all his puppets? Do you think that takes away from them?
I do. I feel like it's like really like he's the one that masterminded everything that Billy and Stu did. Like he was the mastermind behind it all.
When in the movie, Billy makes it extremely clear that this was his idea. You know, I'm doing this because your mom broke up my family.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll talk more about Billy and Stu later on down the line, obviously, because there's one thing that's always been a hiccup with them for me. And if it came out to be revealed that this is the case, I think they would drop a little bit for me just for personal reasons. But
yeah,
I've always thought that like adding Roman to that and the fact that he would be able to Mickey, sure, I could see him being an influence on Mickey, but Mrs. Loomis did it because they killed her kid, man. That has nothing to do. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. I think it's pretty far fetched to say that he did all that and then got Sydney to come out to him. Like it's
he was like, I guess if you can't have somebody else do it, you got to do it yourself.
Right. I think if that was the case, he'd have just done it on his own from the beginning. If he didn't want to be a part of it, he wouldn't have been a part of it later on anyway. He would have just done it himself first off. So yeah, I think that's why another reason why his is so far fetched to think he did it all on his own, but yet he influenced 4 other people to be able to go and do it for him. So pretty.
So I guess we contradicted ourselves. So maybe we should stop looking at it as he did it all himself, and he actually had 4 partners.
Yeah,
right.
He had more partners than anybody. Weak ass bitch.
So now we got to lump all 1 through 3 all together because they were all in it together.
Yeah, for real.
God, that still does piss me off. I totally forgot about that until you just mentioned that he takes credit. I also think that could be like a power trip from him though. Like just to break Sydney down even more. You know, all this is because of me.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah. Still love it though. What about you, T.Parker?
Family's dynamics suck.
I'm actually with Ashley here, and my number 4 is Roman.
I think we've been all the same.
Yeah, you
so
guys
far.
have been all the same so far.
So far. But
Ashley was peeking in your window while you were making your list.
I was. I'm a window peeker.
But I'm gonna be the odd one and disagree about Roman being the one to start it all. He didn't. He just pushed Billy into killing Marine. He didn't start Ghostface. That was all Billy's too.
Yeah.
But I would say this: Roman, he is the only single Ghostface, but also he's very whiny. I mean, you're a very successful director before the age of 30. You won a lot of awards, but that wasn't enough for you. You want to kill innocent people to get back at your sister.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, he invented a high-tech AI voice changer, so he was also ahead of the game. And
He
also,
really had it all, except for a mom.
yeah, pretty much. But also, I'm gonna give a shout out, happy birthday to Scott Foley, the Braves woman.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about I need to go back and rewatch Scream 3 under a magnifying glass and just actually dissect it because I remember it, but I haven't watched it in a couple of years, and I really need to go back and dissect the movie.
Yeah.
And Ethan. Charlie and Mickey. Charlie gives Ken PTSD. Here, you're right. Mainly because there's not much of him. Great review of Longlegs, Mr. Leach, which I have not watched yet, but you know I will once I've seen it. Can't wait to watch it. If you guys haven't, check out the video Cody just released, top 15 horror movie openings. You're gonna love all the Halloween talk on there. He's like, "Fuck you, Ken." What's up, John?
Hey, John.
I live right by Cincinnati. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be. It's GhouliCon is in Covington, so not too far away. Hopefully, you can make it out.
Yeah.
I do what I can. Cody is how I found out about over half the people I follow. So many great collaborations. He's a G. Yes, Cody is the best. That's how we find out about a lot of other creators too, is just from collaborations in the community, and it's the best. Chosen One Juan says, "What's up, Cody?" I really like Mrs. Loomis's Ghostface. Oh, Aunt Jackie. Exactly. She wanted revenge for her son. I understand that. I think any parent would.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, she probably has the best reasoning.
Yes. Even though it was kind of her
Far-fetched.
son's fault.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, obviously.
he kind of brought that on himself. But my question for Cody Leach: will you review Glenn Powell's Twisters?
Yes, I'm seeing it on Wednesday, so that review will be out on Thursday.
Nice.
Awesome. I'm hoping we get the same cow from part one. So my number 3, which I really thought was going to be higher when we started making this list, is Mickey and Nancy. And it's kind of for the same reason with Charlie and Jill. I think Nancy's badass, but Mickey pisses me off. And I think it's just because we don't, like, every time we see him, he's just a dork. Like, like he's in the lunchroom cafeteria clapping along when the fat kid from Stand By Me is singing. Like, and then
it's like you don't ever see him. Like, you see him like a couple of times and you're like, this is your killer. Oh,
right.
Okay.
And then he agrees with the kid in class when he says House 2 is better than House. That's
the real reasoning.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's the real reason.
You know what always pisses me off about that scene is where Jamie Kennedy corrects them about how the quote is, I believe it's "stay away from her, bitch," and it's like, no, it wasn't. It's the other one. Shut the fuck up.
Right. And that's even funnier. Like, yeah, that whole, like I said, when he agreed about House 2 being better than House, I was like, shut this fucking movie off.
I love House unabashedly, and I want to high five Ken every single time he mentions House because nobody else ever talks about it. I still have not watched House 2.
I mean, like, here's the thing: House 2 is a fine movie.
It shouldn't have been called House 2. It should have been its own standalone.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with the first movie.
He bitches about it.
I know, but like I said, the movie's funny. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, Grandpa's fucking hilarious. I love the movie. Lar Park Lincoln's amazing in it, but it's just like it has nothing to do with the first one, and that it really puts a sour taste in my mouth. So, yes, virtual high five for House because the movie's fucking phenomenal. But yeah, number 3 for me, Mickey and Nancy. And like I said, the best thing that Mickey does in the whole movie is Billy's mother. Like, didn't see it coming, did you? Like, that's the best thing he does throughout the whole movie.
That is funny.
Go back and rewatch Scream 2 though. When you see his doofy ass,
don't we have that?
No, that's only for I didn't see that coming episodes.
Oh, I thought you had it on here.
But when you see his doofy ass doing the, I'm just like, for fuck's sake, man. Every time I get to that scene and I see his doofy ass, I just want to be like,
oh my god!
I fucking love Don't Be a Menace. So yeah, number 3 for me, Mickey and Nancy. What about you, babe?
Mine is the same. Mickey and Nancy. I will say though, these two.
That's how J Dev feels right now.
I know he's upset probably. I did not see either one of them coming. And I'm such a child. Okay. Anyway,
I don't know what movie you were watching.
I did like this, like how they took it out of Woodsboro, and if when Nancy was talking to Gail, if Sid would have seen her, it would have like
the whole thing would have been
yeah. So there's like these little they place her here, but they're not in the same area, and obviously the reasoning, even though her son, she raised a bad son, like you just can't kill people's sons and them not want to kill you,
right?
Even if they're bad people, I guess.
Right.
So yeah.
Agreed. And I got to give it up to him because even though it pissed off Raymond, they actually did kill Jamie Kennedy, Randy. So
yeah,
that is a bummer. And Jamie Kennedy, I just got to say, shameless plug. We did get to sit with him for a little bit.
He's hilarious.
He's so funny. Like he's the most stoner of stoners on the planet. But when we did our Astronomicon video, we got to talk to him for a little bit. And he was kind and funny, and that made us pretty happy and become a bigger fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
So got to give some love, got to give a shout out where it's due. So what about you, T.Parker? Who's your number 3?
Okay, here it comes. Billy and Stu.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Canceled.
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
Got to follow that up now.
He's like, all right.
Reason why they're this low is because they were very dumb and not killing Sydney or Neil before maiming Shutter, where they end up being too weak, or as Stu would say it, too woozy here. So that's the only reason why they're third. That's it.
Stop it!
I know, Ashley, I'm canceled.
See, T.Parker broke my heart the way Ed O'Neill should have broke Icebox's heart.
Hey, Uncle Kevin. Do you think I'm pretty?
No.
That's so fucked up.
It is so fucked up.
That's what you just did to me, T.Parker, when you said
So
that.
you don't feel pretty?
Nope, I don't feel pretty anymore. So what about you, Cody? Who's your number 3?
My number 3 is Jill and Charlie, and it's very complicated because this group has, at least before Scream 6, because now I have a new least favorite, but for the longest time, this group had my favorite Ghostface paired with my least favorite Ghostface. Charlie, I actually like throughout the movie until the reveal. He's kind of like the new Randy, which is exactly what they're going for, where he's the movie nerd, but he's also got like a little bit of coolness to him. I love how he flirts back and forth with Kirby, and I actually believe that she would actually like him because he kind of has that charm. So I do like his character, but once he's Ghostface, he's a whiny little bitch. Yeah. And it makes him look so weak and so pathetic, and so it makes Jill look better, but it makes him look horrible.
Mm-hmm.
How she just masterminds him, and he's just a pawn. So that drags this group down. Otherwise, we'd be towards the top. Jill is my favorite Ghostface because I love the motivation. I think at the time it was really a smart thing for Wes Craven to do, and for them to talk about kind of. We didn't have TikTok culture yet, but we were definitely getting that age of like people becoming famous for being stupid on the internet,
right?
Doing jackass stuff, or whatever, having a Vine, or doing some prank. That was kind of the culture of the time. We're kind of still in that culture, and so I thought it was a really smart motivation to have her, where she's like, I'm gonna be the victim and I'm gonna be famous because of this. Right. And having her be a family member of Sydney kind of twists the knife a little bit. The ending of the movie goes on a little too far, and it does take away from Jill because she now seems stupid in the last 3 minutes of the movie. Mm-hmm. But I really like the performance. I like how crazy and batshit it is, and obviously they didn't want to kill off the characters and we got more movies after that, but there's like an alternate reality where Jill wins and that's the end of the Scream franchise. That's pretty fucking badass to me. So I've always liked her character, but Charlie drags it down a lot.
I can honestly say, like I said, I 100% agree with what you're saying because I feel the exact same way.
Mhm.
Let me see. Mickey is phenomenal. Ken is canceled. Sorry, buddy. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey.
Thanks for stopping in. I thought Mickey was great, but funny at the same time. Randy spoke poorly of Billy, and I got a little knife happy. Cody, are you going to review Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 1?
Probably. I am endlessly annoyed that they're doing this in 3 parts because I don't want to experience it in 3 parts, and I don't want to do 3 separate reviews of one season. That's always very awkward and uncomfortable for a reviewer, but most likely because I've reviewed all the other seasons.
Mhm.
Cool. My number 3 is Amber and Richie. Amber kills Dewey and boldly shoots the one girl in front of everybody. Plus, got to give props to Fire Girl getting set on fire in 2 movies.
I did like her kill.
Yeah. Not trying to get emotional here, but almost a year ago, I got really sad for some stuff that was happening, and watching Cody's videos genuinely made me happier and got me through it. That's amazing.
That is awesome.
Glad I could help, man.
Yeah, you can get as emotional as you want. Something like that is very special for someone to hear.
Mhm.
And as his friend, like, that's amazing. I'm glad that he could do that for you. Like, that's fucking incredible. So don't ever feel like you're corny or emotional for that. We all go through it.
Mhm.
This is my sense of humor, so forgive me.
Oh, poor baby.
See, well, I guarantee you got a smile there too.
Yeah.
Plan was ruined from the hospital. If we're basing on competence, Billy and Stu aren't great, but their characters are number 1 for me. Hey, what's up, Brad?
Hey, Brad.
Netflix keeps pushing the limit of releasing a season in more and more parts. Yeah, that shit gets. I agree. It gets to the point where, especially if you're a reviewer, you kind of, when they release it in chunks like that, you feel almost like you got to go back and rewatch it because we watch so many other things in between these chunks. So to try to remember every detail after you've done it, it's just like.
Not only that, but it's like it's the same reason why I really don't like reviewing episode by episode. Like I tried doing that for a couple different shows. I just don't enjoy it because you have to make a statement on how you feel about everything with this incomplete picture.
Right.
And so inevitably you end up bitching about something that gets resolved in the next fucking episode or later on. And so it just,
You're like,
yeah, exactly. It's just, it's very difficult. So I mean, I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to stretch this out until the movie comes out, and probably the last episode's going to bleed right into the movie. But yeah, from my reviewer standpoint, which they rightfully give 0 fucks about, it's annoying.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking terrific. Gotta love it when they do that shit.
Yeah.
Sydney is my favorite. Ghostface made the call. She jump scared us popping out of the closet. She stabbed a guy with an umbrella, and she did kill him. She did kill the guy.
Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Did she though?
He's dead. I do not envy you having to move, Rod. Oh yeah, we're almost there. So I get where you're coming from. All right, so now we're up to number 2, and that'll be you starting us off, my love.
My number 2 is Jill and Charlie. I think Jill is batshit crazy, and like she beats herself up, and like that's exactly what I'm looking for in a Ghostface is her craziness. And I do feel bad for Sydney that so much of her family hates her and wants to kill her. That kind of sucks. But and then you have Charlie. He's okay until you find out he's Ghostface. But once he does become Ghostface, like we've already talked, he's just like, you didn't look at me in class, and like is being this fucking wiener. And I'm just like, you're supposed to be the other Ghostface. Yeah. And I do like the twist how she does finally kill him. Like, thank you for getting rid of him. And because she wanted to be the sole survivor.
Yeah, the sole survivor.
Yeah. So Jill, like Cody said, if she would have been by herself or with somebody that was like matched her craziness, they probably would have been my favorite duo. Yeah.
Jill and Stu.
Yeah.
That would have been a nice one.
That would have been a nice one. Yeah.
All right, cool. What about you, T.Parker?
Same as Ashley, Joe and Charlie.
Have we had the same exact list so far?
Except for number 3.
Except for number 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
yeah, I chose Billy and Stu. But okay, so with Joe and Charlie, I see Charlie as very underrated yeah, people keep saying that he did this for Jill. He's an incel, but he wanted to outdo the original Woodsboro murders by giving like away gory or the top kills with the Olivia kill. He wanted to be famous like Jill, wanted to be the new Randy. And also, I feel like he is the only killer that didn't change personality. He didn't become over the top, cartoonish like most killers have. And as for Jill, I mean, she's very ahead of her time with the whole influencer culture, achieving fame or celebrity status. And she's very evil. She had her friends killed, her mom killed, just for fame. So I'll say she's the most evil Ghostface we have.
I love the fact that every single time T.Parker says something, Ashley's like,
I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.
every single time he comes up with another, she's like,
I'm like, oh, okay.
I see.
I
it.
like it.
I see it. So, what about you, Cody? What's number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me is going to be Mickey and Mrs. Loomis, and I love Mickey. Mickey's carrying this one for me. Like Miss Loomis, I like her performance. I think the batshit craziness is very fun. You know, not that surprising of a reveal because she's just random character that keeps popping up throughout the movie. But I like whenever you get full crazy out of her. But maybe it's just because I love Timothy Oliphant so much. But I love Mickey. You know, it's a shame that the script got changed around so many different times. That maybe there was leaks or something. I can't remember exactly what the story is, but they basically just picked character to be the other character, and it ended up being Mickey. So you kind of have a chunk of the film where he's not even in it. But I like his character earlier on, and then whenever you get the reveal, I like his motivation about how like I'm gonna win in the court system because the movies are at fault here, and it's like that's just fucking crazy enough to work. And how over the top he gets with his psycho, and you know the way that Ken was making fun of earlier. I love all of that. So so yeah, I really enjoy those two as a pairing. I think that they're both batshit crazy and they're way over the top and just chewing scenery, but somehow it's not too much for me. I think it's like they just pair with each other.
Well, like you said, and it works. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I love about this community is we can feel completely different ways about something and still, acknowledge the way the other person feels and have an understanding for how they feel, and that's what makes it more fun. If we all sat here like T.Parker and Ashley and had the same list, there'd be no reason to do.
We do not have the same list. Our 3 and 1 are different.
So, my number 2, I didn't think that they were going to be this high when I initially thought we were doing this list, but it's Amber and Richie from 5 Cream. And the reason why is just I think these are the 2 most brutal. Like the deaths that they give you in this movie, like they do not hold back. They are just fucking brutal. You're getting Judy out like right out in the front yard in broad daylight. What they did to Dewey, what they did to Wes. I thought, and I'm the opposite of everybody else. I like Richie. And maybe it's because I like the guy that plays him. But I thought Richie was great. And he was that, I wanted to believe he didn't have anything to do with it when I'm watching, because he just had that naivety about him. And you're like, oh man, this guy's going to end up biting it, or he's going to be the guy. Like you knew one of the 2 was going to happen. I liked him right when I saw him at that bowling alley. I was like, oh, yes. I was so excited when he got cast in this movie. And then you're just kind of like, as it goes on, you're like, I see what we're doing with this guy. We're either setting him up to be the fat kid from Stand By. What's his name? Jerry O'Connell. Yeah. We're either setting him up to be the Jerry O'Connell of this movie or the Billy of this movie. He's going to be one of the 2 extremes. And the fat kid by Stand By Me. That's all I know him from.
Oh yeah, fat shaming.
I mean, that's
from Tomcats and
yeah. For me, he's Vern.
Probably
bro.
Something else.
He's Vern and Kangaroo Jack. That's what he is to me.
Yeah, that's another one. There you go.
That's what he is.
Sliders.
But oh shit, Sliders. I forgot about that one. And again, Richie, I really liked his performance. Jack, what the hell's his last name?
Quaid.
What is it?
Quaid.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
That's Quaid's son.
It was infuriating me that I couldn't think of his last name. But I've always thought that he was great, and I was really excited when he was cast in the movie. And like I said, just the brutality of the Ghostfaces in Scream 5 just made it worth it. And they gave you easily some of the most heartbreaking scenes in the whole franchise, you know, with the death of Dewey and even, you know, the Wes stuff, you know, totally being the homage to Mr. Craven. And there was just so many things they did in that movie that I wish the movie would have been higher on my list, but the Ghostfaces were dominant in the movie. So for me, number 2, Amber and Richie.
Nice.
So we will catch up on the chat real quick before 3 out of the 4 of us give our number 1s that are the same. What about Ghostface's scary movie? Oh, Deputy Dewey's got to be high on the list.
Yeah.
Notice none of us have talked about him yet.
Cleaning my room.
I can't do. If Melissa Barrera really shows up in another scary movie,
that would just be the icing on the cake.
like, because that writes itself. You know,
Yes.
her showing up being like, "Wasn't I not supposed to be here?" Like that. The things they could do with that would just be perfect. Charlie did kill that one girl. Oh yeah, I mean Charlie had some brutal stuff, but I don't know.
If he really even did it, it was probably Amber.
Yeah, he just took credit.
Yeah, or Jill, not
Jill.
Amber.
The original ending got leaked online for Scream 2. Wasn't her friend supposed to be the killer?
Probably.
The one that was in the
I don't
police
know,
car
they
with her?
literally make fun of themselves in that movie where they're
I thought they were together at one point or something.
Mm-hmm.
My Ghostface team ranking probably follows the release order. I tried really hard to make that not happen.
Yeah.
In everything I've seen him in, he's great in The Boys. Jack Quaid. Love you, Cody. Keep up the great content. I like Scream and Ice Cream. What's up? No. Kirby did not die. Nobody died.
I'd have made it even worse. I'd have been even more pissed.
Yeah.
You bring her back. Kill her again.
Run out throwing popcorn.
It's so funny because we were talking about we just did our trailer revisited episode. It'll come out on Friday on the movie Bug from 2006. And at the end of that movie, I'll never forget it. Like we're sitting there and the credits start rolling. And this guy behind us stands up.
He just said what everybody else was thinking.
He literally said, "What the fuck was that?" And he's like, "I'm getting my money back."
I
He
was
walks
like,
to the
if he's
front.
getting his money back, I'm getting my money back.
And everybody like followed him.
Yeah,
and
us
like
too.
Yeah, he was like, "I want my money back for that." And they were like, "You sat through the whole movie. We're not giving you your money back."
Well, I can't
Like,
get
it
my
doesn't
time
work like
back,
that.
so at least give me my
Like,
money.
oh my god! I think they noticed that all of us were behind him. Like, if he's getting his money back, so are we.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, for fuck's sake, Dice.
You never know.
Yeah, you do. He's not.
Okay.
If Stu shows up in Scream 7, it better be like this. Because that's.
But why is his nose still like inflated? Not deeply.
Here's a question for you, Ken. Do you think that that before everything that is shuffled around with Scream 7, I probably agree with you. I think that would have been jumping the shark, although there's something interesting about it. Now that they're so desperate to do whatever Hail Mary attempts to get everybody, do you think that the chances of that being the case is stronger?
Gone up exponentially. And we talked about that in our Scream 7 prediction video when we were talking about what would happen when everything happened with the studio and all that. I was like, that's what they're going to have to do now.
Yeah.
If anything. And it's still like they better do it clever. Like that's the only thing I ask, because Scream has always been so good about being rooted in reality.
In the basement for the last 20
but
years.
you're going to tell me that throughout 6 other films, and except for in the last one, they're like, if you really believe the rumor, which they threw in there as fan service, and I was just like, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
But you would like in all the shit happening, they would never even suspect that he would be a suspect in anything, or if he's in prison, they couldn't be like, well, Stu's still in prison. They could have at least dropped that line in part 3, and like, but the fact that
everyone's a suspect.
Yeah, it is too much for me. I mean, if you could do it cleverly and make it make sense, sure. But I've seen theories out there that's like, oh, he's been there the whole time and had plastic surgery, and I'm like,
he looks like something
come
completely
on, man.
different.
Don't do that shit to me.
Yeah.
Like literally a Scooby-Doo thing. Like, aha, it's me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would have got away with it too.
Right. Yeah. So, no. The only thing that, like, I think the best way to save Scream 7, and I've talked about this a couple times, 2 things I'd like to see. Either one, the opening kill is Kincaid, and Sydney finds him out at their farm, and, what better way to strike a chord? Or even though everybody hates it.
Sydney deserves a good
She's had a good life. She's had a good run.
Okay.
No get greedy.
She has like all her family has tried to kill her, and her mom's dead.
Bring back the voice changer from Scream 3 and have the opening be Gail doing like a weather report on the news, and then she gets a live call in and it's that voice changer and it's Dewey's voice. Because one, you can bring him back, and two, like a gut punch, like hello Gail.
So it's just like the third one. Now we have the seventh one. Like
exactly.
Just like the fifth one was like the first one.
See, now you're getting it. And,
and
the one killer is Surgery Stu. You're following along now.
Yeah.
So now we're up to number one. T.Parker, you want to start us off at number one?
All right. So my number one is Nancy Loomis and Mickey.
I like
All right. So Mickey, I'm gonna start with Mickey first. So Mickey, I would say he's one very evil genius. I mean, I feel like out of all the killers, he affected Sydney the most. He ruined her trust with her boyfriend Derek, made her completely alone, where she has no friends left. As you can see at the end screen too, she won, but she's just walking alone, and pretty much Mickey just planned ahead with manipulating everything, making Derek seem like an obvious suspect to her, and just I don't know. I feel he's very underrated as a killer, because Sydney doesn't talk to anybody in Scream 3 besides her dad and Julie, and she's isolated from the world and just works from home. And then with Nancy, she changed her name, her appearance, got some work done to the point where she's unrecognizable to Sydney, and she also blend pretty well as a reporter, and knowing Sydney that she hates the press. So if Sydney sees Nancy, she wouldn't notice her because she's with other reporters. So she just see reporters and go the opposite direction. And pretty much she hired a real serial killer to do most of the work for her so that it could be traced back to Mickey. So I got nothing to say other than Wayne Bailey, take some notes. That's how you do it.
I got something to say.
Why are you the way that you are?
And also for J-Def, Scream 2 love.
Yeah, here we go. No, I love it. Like I said, I wish that I could get into the Mickey character more. He's just in so little of the movie. And I'm with you. Like, I loved him in Santa Clarita Diet. Like, I thought that show ended criminally too soon.
I literally petitioned.
She did. She signed a petition to bring Santa Clarita Diet back.
I was so mad.
Me too.
It was a great show, and we had a lot of fun.
And it ended so badly. I didn't get closure. That was horrible.
Right. So yeah, there's so much to that character. And that's how I feel about a lot of these characters that are Ghostface. That like, if we could have gotten more of them, like I feel this way with him, obviously with Jason and Greg, Charlie, piece of shit. But I would like to see them finally do a thing where the killer makes it through a couple movies, and have Ghostface get away at the end, and have him come back in the next one. Don't reveal him, and we still have the mystery in the next one of who this Ghostface is. I would be fine with that, but I don't know, especially if it would have been someone like Mickey, because like you said, Timothy Oliphant, you could have had him built up a lot more than he actually was. So I would have been down for it. But Cody, you want to talk about your number one?
Yeah, Billy and Stu. Now, I kind of I go against the grain a little bit with not having Billy or Stu as like my favorite Ghostface individually. They're both my number 3 and my number 4 if I was going to rank them, but together they're easily the best group to me. You got Billy, who's the psycho one, who Skeet Ulrich is really fun as being kind of over the top crazy and giving his motivations and being really sinister and having this personal tie to Sydney. And then everybody loves Stu just because he's fucking Matthew Lillard hilarious. Right. And even like the unscripted moments, getting hit with the phone, and as a pair, they're the most memorable. They're the first film that has not quite been matched quite yet. So you know, that as well as everything else everybody else said, that they're just, as far as teams, they're the best pairing.
Right. And I love the fact that with these two, and obviously that's me and Ashley's number one. We haven't talked about them yet, so we can burst that pipeline open. Obviously they're number one. But what I love about what I personally love about these two is, of all the pairings, these two are the ones that genuinely seem like they were friends before it all happened. And Billy just overtook that power of, she split up my family, let me get someone that's a little weaker than me, and you know, mold his mind into being what I want him to be. And I love that they were able to do that with these two characters. Matthew Lillard obviously gives the performance of a lifetime in this movie. Ski Ulrich, we often forget how crazy it was the first time we've seen this, because we watched him die.
Yeah, he was.
You know, we watched him get stabbed upstairs.
Ghostface got him.
Yeah, so we're like, "Fuck, he's dead." You know, none of us at the time were thinking there could be two killers. But then he
survived, and he was going to help her, except for.
And we all go a little mad sometimes.
We do, yeah.
You know, I remember just being like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
And I feel like Stu loved Billy so much that he would have done it. Like, they were the best friends, and he would have done anything for him. Like, he was kind of the follower in it. Like, maybe he wasn't always like a bad guy until Billy like needed him to be.
He just needed that extra push,
you
know, to go the way he did. But there have always been rumors that those two sexually assaulted Maureen Prescott, and that to me is so revolting and disgusting. It would bring them down. It's never. I've heard people say that that didn't happen. I've heard people say that yes, that did happen. But they've never been any.
I don't think there's been any like mention of it in like the movies.
Right. Well, they talk about how Cotton Weary's DNA was there, so there was ideas of sexual assault. So there's all these different things. But that to me is just like, no, you don't have to do that. That they just killed her. They're like, I'm fine with that, I guess, but which I shouldn't be. Like, they're both equally disgusting and vile.
Yeah, but one you have to live through, and
right,
unless you are killed, and
right, you might as well just kill them.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah.
You got stuff you want to add about those two?
I just felt like I remember first watching this, and I felt like Billy was such like the obvious choice that it wouldn't have been him, and I felt like they really like twisted it up. Like, Wes Craven knew what he was doing. It was just amazing, and they were the OG Ghostface. This is where it all started, so that's why it's my number one.
And I think another reason why I really like these two is I guess you could say like Billy's the leader and Stu is your second in command, but they really do feel like the biggest, like the best team of the bunch, where every other one has the obvious, you know, I've always thought like Amber was obviously in charge, Nancy was obviously in charge, Jill was obviously in charge. Billy and Stu needed each other.
Yeah,
they were just as both did their fair amount of work, and it's still to this day, like I said, one of the most influential movies of all time, and that's because of their portrayals as well. So, catch up on the chat real quick. Watch our trailer revisited. The trailer is great. I will say that.
Yeah. The trailer almost tricked me again. I was like, maybe it's not that bad.
Right.
It is. It's that bad.
If Stu comes back, I'll walk. Makes no sense. Hard to disagree. I still think they're going to kill Sid and Gail off in the open. I don't see.
There's
Sydney
no
ever.
Fucking way.
No.
Maybe before all this nonsense, maybe that was something that was on the drawing board. No. Any possibility of that went out the fucking window whenever all the drama happened. Because then you have that side of the fan base that they're still getting the faith from would bail.
Yeah.
I just don't, like I said, I could see Gail dying. I think Sydney owns creative control over her character, if I remember correctly. So she can say, and she's always said Sydney's not going to go out that way.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think Gail will, because even though I passionately disagree with this, there's a heavy amount of the fan base that is still pissy that Dewey went out. And it's like, dude, they survived 5 fucking movies. Somebody's got to die.
Right. They can't all be safe.
Shit.
That's kind of what makes it not like as scary. Like, oh, you know, they're all going to be safe anyways.
Yeah.
Look,
after a
Nancy
while,
got
it
taken
kills
out in
attention.
Okay. You know, Nancy got taken out in Nightmare 3.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis got taken out like 6 different times in that timeline.
Okay, then.
You know, you can take them out anytime, any way you want to. Okay.
She's just a badass. She's you know.
Yeah, keeps
Just
coming back.
Coming back.
Billy, the most iconic Ghostface, sociopath from start to finish. Billy and Stu. Mickey Mouse's Ghostface. That would be awesome. Hello, Sydney. I want to see that now, like with the voice changer. Yeah. You'll never believe it. It is me. That's fucking great.
Don't give him any ideas. You got Steamboat Willie in the fucking public domain.
They're really looking for something, I'm sure.
Tim the Elephant was great in the Crazies remake too, which the Crazies remake is such an underrated remake.
Yeah.
It does not get the credit it deserves. What a great remake.
That man is awesome in everything. Like Justified was a great show. To me, his best performance or best character is the girl next door as like the crazy pimp. It's kind of a version. It's like a new age version of Risky Business in a lot of ways. Only it's the porn industry instead of prostitutes.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out.
What's the show that it was a while ago now, but he was in like a series show not that long ago.
Justified.
Yeah.
Justified, where he's the ranger. He's a cop.
The one where he like has the oh fuck, what was it?
I'll say Santa Clarita Diet. I don't see any other.
I don't know what I'm thinking about.
I don't
Jacob
either,
said
honestly.
Deadwood.
Nope. Oh, he was in Dreamcatcher. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
There's the girl next door. Yeah, we're looking through his filmography right now, and I'm not seeing anything. All right, we'll look for it. And, so it's supposed to start in September. Filming is. Yep, late 24, early 25. Teamed with Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother. Stu is a fun character. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Damn. Okay. I don't think anybody could. I don't think. And our big thing was, even with, as a human being, one of the greatest people in the world. You guys have heard the story before. His line got capped at Horror Hound. He got up, went to the back of the line for people that weren't going to get to meet him, and gave them hugs and high fives.
He just went through the entire
and then walked through the line to give everybody high fives and hugs just in case they weren't able to have time to meet him. So
he really loves his fans.
Yes.
And he's just a nice guy.
Yes.
It always it makes you love people like that so much more when you feel like they value your fandom, because I mean, luckily I have not had like a don't meet your heroes moment yet, and I dread the day that I do. But at most, the worst that I've had is like people that just don't feel like they really want to be there all that much. And that's always a little disappointing. Like you get your moment with them, it's like, okay, cool, I get it. They're tired, whatever. You can make excuses, but you get ones like that, or like what I had with Felissa Rose, and it just makes you adore what they have done so much more, that they're actually like real people that treat you like they're as excited to meet you as you are to meet them.
Exactly. Well, and you had the nurse from Halloween. She was at Horror Hound, and people were trying to meet her, and she was like, "Stay on that side of the table." Don't you know what I mean?
It's
like,
not really what she said. It's just how
she was being super rude about it when she was saying it.
If you don't, want people touching you, like I understand that, like that's fine.
But the way
she don't do a con.
It wasn't even to us. It was
then don't do a con.
Right. She was super because we were in line to meet her, and she was just super standoffish, super rude, and we were just like, nope.
Yeah,
just got out of line.
I have no.
Yeah, I'm not spending money for you to treat me like that.
No.
Yeah. Movies didn't make psychos. Movies made psychos more creative. I agree. Hey, what's up, Steph?
Hey.
They were best friends. Yeah, there's definitely some homoerotica stuff there between those two, which is super hot. Yeah, for sure. 13 Ghosts is a great one. I'm still, I know it's corny, but I don't think Matthew Lillard will ever top his performance in SLC Punk for me. His performance in that movie was so good. He had the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. The crying scene in that movie. Only posers die, you fucking idiot. Like, oh my God, that whole moment is just so epic and amazing. Yeah, that's like Freddy for me. Prefer him as just a killer, nothing grosser.
Yeah.
Yeah. The assumption of blank was because Cotton slept with her and it was believed that he killed her. So that's what I've heard too. That would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. So again, guys, I want to say thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate everybody being here tonight. I don't know. No, John, no, it was not. It was she was just and again, it might have been something like that, but if that's the case, she could have done it in a much more respectful way. She was
the way
vicious
to do that properly is kind of like how I think Gina Davis and a few other people had this at MegaCon, where they have 2 tables, so you physically cannot get close enough for them to be uncomfortable. So you still meet them. They don't have to be like weird about it, but there's a more of a barrier.
And or even, you know, just say, hey, we're going to do the picture with you on that side of the table, me on this side. Please, thank you for understanding. You know, she was like, no, stay over there. And we were like, whoa, like what? She did like 2 people in a row. So we were like, okay, we're out.
Who was that was like, I don't shake hands, which was fine too.
Oh, Mick Foley.
Oh yeah, Mick Foley.
I went up to shake his hand and he was like, I don't shake hands. And he gave me a fist bump. And I was like, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
And one person was like, did that guy just stiff you? And I was like, no, he just told me he doesn't shake hands.
Some people are just germaphobes, and that's you know, they don't think
and that was
you're
the thing.
touching everything.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I take my hand sanitizer.
Yeah, hand sanitizer everywhere.
I'm constantly washing my hands.
But because I'll never forget, it was 1998, Lenawee County Fair. Mick Foley was there, and he was going to be facing either Triple H or The Rock for the world title at SummerSlam. And I asked him at the event, I was like, are you going to win the belt? And he was like, I don't know. I haven't read the script yet. And that stuck with me all these years, man. And I told him about it. And when I was going to shake his hand, and he was like, that's amazing, but I don't shake hands. And he fist bumped me, and we talked for a little bit after that. And it was just like, he didn't remember it, but he's like, I was like, I don't expect you to remember this. I told him the story. He's like, I don't remember it, but that is something I would do. And it was just really cool to meet him and have that conversation. So, I do want to say to everybody, again, thank you for coming out. If you're going to be in the Cincinnati, Covington, Kentucky, Ohio area, please come out to GhoulieCon this weekend. We would love to meet you guys. And like I said, we're going to be premiering an exclusive clip from our upcoming short film. So we'd love to have you guys out there to check it out. If you haven't already, follow T.Parker, follow Cody, subscribe to them, become a part of their family as well. Cody, T.Parker, please don't go anywhere. We got a couple more questions for you guys. Everybody else, as always, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.